All right, before you all get bent out of shape, this video is going to help you because instead of going into a game and playing it and looking around and using all the tools that the game gives you to become a better player and to have the advantage over the AI or other players, people would rather just cry and be like, I can't win. No, how dare you say skill issue, blah, blah, blah. No, dude, look, I guarantee you 80% of the players aren't even doing certain things and they're losing, and that's why. Okay, when a game gives you things and gives you options and gives you tools, you use them. Most people don't even know how to change their bet for the instant challenge. You press start and it's right here, instant challenge. People don't even know how to do that. It's literally you pause the game and it's right there. So the fact that people can't even figure out how to do that, of course they don't know how to tune their car. They don't know how to change setups. They don't know how to min-max their performance rating instead of letting the game automatically do it. So yes, it's a skill issue, okay? I'm gonna die on that hill, but I will help the people that don't know how to play the game and are just complaining, because I'm tired of people getting into these racing games and going, it's too hard, nerf the AI, make it easier. No, every racing game is too easy. It's too easy. Like, sure, this game has spots where the AI does need adjustment. I've admitted that a million freaking times, okay? But when the AI is pushing you and is right there with you and can set a same time or 5-10 seconds faster, get better. Try again. Like, oh shit, okay, I can take that. Every time, if you hot lap something 5 to 10 times, you're gonna get better every time. If you're not getting better, why are you playing racing games? But look, practice, learn the track, get better, min-max your car, and then beat the AI. It's literally that simple. Like, all these kids want to win first place every single race. That's not going to happen. Do professional race drivers win first place every time they race unless you're Max Verstappen? And even then you don't. But I mean, like, come on. Like, it's just, stop crying. It's not that hard. It's not. I get it. They're like, oh, well, you play you know life the game. I know life every game. I've been playing video games my whole life. It's not hard. It even, oh, well, I have a job. I used to fucking work 50, 60 hours a week and still beat games like this, no problem. It's like, any excuse you want to throw out here in the comments, like, it's crazy. I get it. Y'all upset over the cheating video. It's fucking wild, dude. I'm going to keep it 100% with y'all, all right? But look, man, here's the deal. We're going to get into it right now, okay? There's a fucking glitch with the clan battle right now. Oh, go to your recruiter. Just bing, 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 and it's not going away, and I go to recruiter and it's not there. But look, here's the deal. I'm gonna go to a race and I'm gonna show you what I mean, okay? We're gonna go to Hong Kong Stadium, daily driver 550 right out of the gate here, and I will show you something that I guarantee you none of you are really even doing, okay? And all people are like, oh, I bet you all use all-wheel drive meta. Go watch my streams. It's all VODed on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, my first hypercar was the Ferrari FXXK, rear-wheel drive, and even if you tune it for top speed, it doesn't go past 250 miles per hour. Now, I was going against other cars, the 918 Spiders, and guess what? I was still beating them. That thing goes over 400. Like, I mean, it says it goes over 400, but I mean, that thing can easily clear 350 miles per hour. So I was racing AI that supposedly are unfair, while they can go easily 100 miles per hour faster than me in the car I picked and still beating them. And I was even using the rear-wheel drive in the rain, which, as you know, is a pain in the ass. So I don't know why people are like, oh, you do all-wheel drive meta. You just... No. I literally own like a ton of cars. I've literally bought worse cars on purpose, and I still win with them. I bought the Mini Cooper 2 days ago, and I was winning races. Like, I don't get it. I got the Alpha Mito. Look, man. Anyway, look. Let's go on a race here. Let me show you. Here's the deal. Now, car change. Obviously, when you get in here, you got to change your car, okay? Audi TT, popular one, okay? PR must be decreased, okay? Automatic configuration. This is what we're going to do, right? Most people are probably letting the game do that for you, right? Okay. Let's just go with standard tire just to do it, okay? Now, I can bump the PR up, correct? Okay, so right now, as it sits, we have 437 horsepower and 519 torque, okay? Remember that. Okay, like I said, remember that. That's with the game automatically dropping your PR for the race. And I'm going to go to the workshop and explain some things to you so you can understand and you can beat the AI, because I want people to be better at the game, but people are just complaining instead of, you know, actually trying to figure out how the game works. It's just mind-blowing, man. You're going to make it worse for everybody else. The game is easy. All right, I already had my car set up with like optimal settings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here and we're going to show you what the game does. Okay, standard tires. I'll put my grip. Well, do you see how much of a difference my tunes are? These are my custom tunes, okay? My grip tune, I lose a little bit of 0 to 60. I gain a tiny bit of 0 to 37. But do you see my top speed? That's 36 miles per hour slower on the top end. This is why I made a video how to tune your car, because even if you go from like a stock to a sport, it's a big difference. I don't think people are using these modes, but then when you tune it even further, all right, it gets crazier. So we're gonna put on our grip tune here, okay? We're gonna go standard tires. And if I let the PR decrease do its thing, okay, apply. Do you see where we are? So the game is giving me 400 horsepower, 486 torque, and then the weight, you know, whatever. That's the automatic PR drop that it has given me. Now, if I go to my top speed tune from here, you see it's nothing but, I'll lose some braking, but I would rather go top speed on this because I'll get more. You won't need the top speed for this track, so I'll keep it on grip so I can be grippy around the corners. But I'm going to go to the workshop. I'll start the race so it saves my PR rating, okay? And then I'm going to go to the workshop, and I'm going to show you what I'm... Okay, look. AI is right behind me, right? I just want to show some things. You can block them, you know what I mean? Take a better line, and when they start coming up, block them, like up here, watch. But this is also without a custom PR rating. Now, he's going to slow down here, right? Squeeze in and push him. Push him right here, ready? Don't be afraid to play dirty with the AI. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. People are just letting the AI walk by them when you can literally just block them and be like, all right, see ya. But remember, this is with the PR that the game, you see those little arrows? It tells you where they are. He's trying to pass me on the left. Blocked. Once you block them, they back off. They won't pass you. So just like learn to do that. Okay, I just took that all wrong. But regardless, this is with the PR rating that the game gave me. And I will show you how much more power I can get out of the car by doing the PR rating yourself. Because I know what you guys, oh, look, you're losing. Yeah, I messed up a corner. Of course I'm going to lose. That's how racing works. You fuck up a corner, you got to reset, you're going to lose. Am I mad about it? No. I messed up. I was running my mouth instead of watching the road, and I didn't slow down, and I lost the race. But it's what happens, okay? But I want to show you guys how to fix that. All right, we're going to go to the workshop right now. Okay, so like I talked about, on top of tuning your car, most people probably are leaving it on stock. Go to your car setup and just go into sport. I mean, depending on the track, look at this track. Has it got more straights? Go max speed. Has it got more cornering and like tight tracks? Go dynamic. I always ran sport. I never went to dynamic, but you can see the difference. Huge difference in top speed alone. This is why I make my own custom tunes. You know what I mean? Just this alone will help you get better, all right? But look, I want to show you something here. Now, the game, we were at 400 horsepower, 486 torque at a 550 rating. I'm going to change some stuff here, like, of course, tires. You can even go off-road tires, especially on the Audi TT, really don't make a difference. So we're going to run off-road tires. It drops our rating, and we're still pretty much going to have the same traction. Could be a little less. You know, just for the sake, we'll keep all seasons, okay? Gearbox. You see how much worse this gearbox is? Our rating goes down 42 points. And are we really losing anything besides not even 0.95 on a 0 to 62? Our 0 to 37 is better? Okay, go stock gearbox. Boom. Easy. Now, suspension. big thing here. I was on track suspension. Okay. None of these suspensions really seem to make a difference at all. You're never really going to use these cars with full maxed out parts because the PR ratings just don't let you, especially with daily driver. You can look 755 is what I'm running. If I go to all road, 677. That's a huge decrease. Put it on. Okay, so what? Your car looks like a monster truck. It handles the same, especially at these lower speeds. It handles the same. All right, perfect. So we've already dumped it down. Do we need brakes that are that good? Not really. So I'm going to go to performance brakes. Really not making a big difference here. All right, I've tuned up the car to min-max it to get to 550. Or right around 550. Now, if you remember, I took a photo so I can remember. The game automatically decreasing our performance rating for us had our car at 400 horsepower. Now we're at 501. 100 horsepower will make a huge difference. So when I keep telling y'all that the AI is not that hard and that you're just playing the game wrong and to stop crying, this is what I mean. Use the tools that the game gives you to become better and to beat the AI. All right? It's simple. It's very simple. Our torque was at 486 and now our torque is at 497. You're looking at 100 horsepower and 100 torque. Our weight was 1429. Our weight is 1411. We pretty much have kept the same. Okay. You don't believe me. All right. It's all right here. It's probably not going to focus. All right. 400 and 486. Now I did put off-road tires on. Okay. Sure. We can go to normal, but I mean, it's really not going to make a huge difference. Sure. Okay. Your 0 to 30, 0 to 60 is going to be a little slower, but you have way more power. Okay, don't be afraid, especially in a daily driver, to use off-road tires. You're going to slide a little more, but you're going to have more power. Okay, now let's save this and let's go back to the same race now and see the game's like recommended. Don't ever listen to the recommended tires. Look at the weather conditions. Look at what's needed. If it's raining, go standard. If you want to min-max, sometimes go off-road depending. We can start the race. We got way more power now, and watch, the AI will not even be a problem. Not even be a problem. But my point is, you go tune your car yourself, min-max the parts, 100 more horsepower and 100 more torque than what the game automatically sets for you. That's a big advantage already. You already see the increase in power. We have so much power now. Sure, the car is going to slide a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. Just adapt. If you need the extra horsepower, just adapt. It's not that bad. We're so much faster than we were before. We're already at 100 miles an hour. We weren't hitting 100 before. This is one of the easiest ways to stop having issues with the AI. Like, this game has so many issues. You really are gonna sit here and let the game adjust your performance rating in a race? You know what I mean? Don't do that. Don't do that. You're gonna have a bad time. Now, as you can see before, they were on our ass the whole time. They were just up our ass. Now where are they? Huh? Now where are they? They're back there. Can't touch me. Sure. Okay, whatever. You want to argue, well, he was in the Alpine 110 before. Okay. Those other cars can be just as quick. My point is, you have an extra 100 horsepower and 100 torque. And I'll show you with another race how much crazier it can get. I've literally gone through, played the game, and I've let the game automatically adjust my performance rating. And then when I go back, I'm like, let's go do some races. And I'm like, all right, well, what if I min-max the car myself? And I've literally improved my times by like 20 to 30 seconds on some races. Now, I'm good, but I'm not that good to where like I could run the same car and improve. Like, if I ran the same horsepower, I'm not going to improve 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, even that Mustang, they're OP. He couldn't catch me. If you adjust your PR yourself, like I said, I've gone back to like try to go for leaderboards. First place every time, because the game just shits on your PR rating. And if you do it yourself, you can have so much more horsepower. I will show you another race, a race where I hold the #1 spot because I went back and min-maxed my setting. All right, we're going to go to the Cape Escape here. It is a supercar race. Now, it recommends slick tires, so I'm going to put on slick tires. Okay, I have my grip tune on. I also have 1050 PR tune. So you know what, since this is a 1050 race, I'll put that on. Okay, but my PR decrease. Okay, keep note of that. Let's take a photo just so we remember, so we can compare, okay? So this is what the game automatically sets my PR to if I don't do it myself. 1,048 horsepower and 1,023 torque. The weight is 1,428. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do this race, and I will show you what I got with this automatic performance rating versus the time I've set with me personally adjusting my PR rating, and you'll see how crazy the difference is. Okay, so I'm going to go through and run through this race, and I'll see you at the finish line. Okay, all right, we're coming up on the finish here. Barely cracked 200 with what the game gives me. My tune, I would have been like 237 across the line, which is a huge difference. So we got 233.3. Let's look at what my all-time best time is. Okay, 233.3. My all-time time is a 223, 10 seconds faster. Now that was a clean run. I know it didn't show the full run, but that was a clean run. So with adjusting the PR myself, 10 seconds faster. And this isn't the only one where I've been able to do that. So I will show you now. We're going to go to a workshop, and I'm going to show you, especially with supercars, how to easily squeeze more horsepower and torque out of your car to make you faster against the AI. It is super simple, just like we did with the Audi TT. It's so easy. Did it put us back to max? Yeah, put us back to max. Okay. So if you remember, we went down to 1,048 horsepower and 1,023 torque. Okay. Now this is max stats, right? 1,300 horsepower. So what I'm going to do, the biggest thing to decrease your PR rating while keeping your horsepower is to go to suspension and pick the suspension. Look, yeah, you're a monster truck, but guess what? We're losing literally 78 points, and it actually increases our braking, and it says lower horsepower. Well, we don't have lower horsepower. So if you're trying to min-max and beat shit for whatever reason, always go with the lowest rating suspension. Okay. Now that race was a 1050. Okay. So all I have to do is bump the brakes down by 1. Okay, I lose a little bit of braking. So what? So now the game automatically dropped with our 1050 rating. The PR dropped us to 1,048 horsepower. When I do it myself, I have 1,369 horsepower. You're talking about 321 extra horsepower, and our torque is 1,317 when our torque before was 1,023. So you're talking about 294 torque and 321 horsepower extra by doing it yourself and not letting the game do it. And on top of that, the weight the game gave us was 1,428 kgs. We almost shaved 100 kgs off by tuning ourselves. All right, one more thing with the Audi R8. Also, look, the biggest things are going to be your suspension. Obviously, we just talked about that. Okay, your suspension, and then your gearbox. Sure, I got long gears in it right now, but if I go down to this, you're talking about 43 points we're losing, and it's okay. I lose some top speed. Great, not that big of a deal. You're very rarely going to hit max top speed in races anyway. But if you're especially if you're doing a low PR, but the biggest things you can do is suspension and go back to stock gearbox, right? Save these gearboxes for like the higher PR races. You can really go down. And this way, because when you change your suspension, you don't lose horsepower. And when you dump your gearbox down, you're not losing horsepower. You're just going to lose a little bit of your 0 to 60 time and some top speed, which is no big deal. You're going to have a better time keeping your horsepower versus going back and be like, oh, well, I guess I'll get rid of my turbo because, that's 150 points. Don't do that. This is where your horsepower is. Don't do that. Don't do that. So this is what I mean. Like, it's all tough love, guys. It's all, you got to understand and play around with the game. You got to use the tools that the game gives you. If you tune your car yourself for the PR restricted events, you can get way more power out of your cars. 10-second difference alone just by doing that. Some races, it's been 15, 20, 25, 30-second increases just by doing it myself. There's some races that it'll take your horsepower down to 800. You know what I mean? So this is what I mean when like the game's not too like everybody keeps saying this game's too hard, turn it down. This, okay, yes, the AI can be unfair at times, but it's when you min-max your cars yourself, you're gonna have a better time. Go tune the car. Go bump the downforce to full negative. You'll grip around the corners like it's nobody's business. Okay, sure, you can't do that on top speed runs, but I've already released a video on how to tune, okay? You can literally go into car setup. You can create a new driving mode. So let's just go with stock, okay? So go custom here. You want stability, do sports driving, and we'll do hard braking, and then go to custom and literally go down here and go full max on the downforce. You see our top speeds going down, but we're getting 0 to 30 and 0 to 60. Doing that will make these cars so grippy that you're going to have a better time. You're going to be faster around the corners. I've already done a video about how to tune the cars. Even if you only do that and leave the other things at whatever base presets you want, you're still going to have an easier time playing this game. You know what I mean? It's just, you got to use the tools that the game gives you. But showing you with the Audi TT, we had an extra 100 horsepower and torque. Now we went with this. We let the game automatically adjust our PR, and then we did it ourselves, and we got a 300 horsepower and a 300 torque gain, and we lost weight. The game is handicapping you. Avoid the automatic rating, adjust it yourself. The AI will not even be, they'll be way behind. You'll DNF the AI. It's not a problem. And if you still can't beat them after this, practice and get better at the game. But look, it's all tough love, guys. It's just, I don't want everybody crying about the AI when they're not an issue at all. Learn to play the game, use the tools the game gives you, and become better. 300 horsepower is a huge difference. Okay? Huge difference in times and in where you'll be in the pack. If it's just crazy, all right, that the game handicaps you that much. Anyway, you know the drill. Subscribe, come back. See you on the next one.